Hey guys. Welcome to Watched Film Recaps.
Today, I'm going to explain an underrated American supernatural horror film named Abraham Lincoln, the Vampire Hunter. Spoilers alert, watch out and take care. In Pigeon Creek, Indiana in the year 1818, a boy named Abraham sees his neighbor and his friend Willie being abused by their employer. Abraham tries to help his friend, but is stopped by his father, Mr. Lincoln. Abraham ignored his father's advice and went with an axe to help his friend. The employer hit him and whipped Willie. Mr. Lincoln attacked the employer to save his son. The head employer named Jack Bartz came and sacked Mr. Lincoln for attacking his associate. He then asks Mr. Lincoln to pay his debt before leaving the place. Mr. Lincoln replied by saying he wouldn't pay a dime to Jack Bartz. Jack also replies threatening the Lincolns. When midnight struck, Abraham felt someone enter their house. He peeked to see if his mom was okay. He was startled when he saw Jack with his face in a monstrous form. His mom became badly ill till she died. She was buried, and Mr. Lincoln made Abraham promise not to avenge his mom's death. 9 years later, Abraham is seen drinking in a bar. A man named Henry asks him why he drinks so much. Henry further explains that a man who drinks that much either wants to kiss a girl or kill a man. He hits Abraham and Abraham's pistol falls. Jack Bartz is seen talking to a man named Adam and his sister Padoma. They leave the place with a canoe, and Jack goes back to his factory. Abraham appears behind Jack and shoots him, but the gun doesn't work. Abraham realizes that there is no bullet in the gun. He tries to hide in a cabin nearby while Jack follows him. He blocks the door, but Jack tries to force himself inside. Jack finally breaks the door, but is met with Abraham with a loaded gun. Abraham shoots Jack and throws the gun away. He turns around to meet Jack in his monstrous vampire form. Jack slams Abraham on a wooden bridge which almost kills him. Henry, the man Abraham met in the bar, arrived and threw Jack into the sky. Abraham wakes up in the morning to find himself in Henry's home. He hears some noises coming from a room and decides to check. He sees Henry having sexual relations with a female. Abraham apologizes and leaves the room. Henry comes out and explains to Abraham about their world and the existence of vampires. He tells Abraham that he is a vampire hunter. Abraham asks Henry to train him to be a vampire hunter. Henry agrees on the conditions that he doesn't do it for vengeance, but for the good of man. He shouldn't have friends nor family. Abraham agrees to these terms. Henry asks Abraham to select a weapon of his choice for hunting, and he chooses an axe. Henry begins training Abraham by helping him cut down a tree in one sling. He trains Abraham to fight in the dark, hurting him in the process. He then trains him in hand-to-hand combat and in how to freely use his axe. They both add silver to the tip of the axe since it's the only metal capable of hurting a vampire. Henry educates Abraham on the history and vulnerabilities on vampires. They both go to the bar to get a drink. Abraham sees Jack and tries to attack him. Henry stops him and encourages Abraham that the time will come. The time for hunting has come, and Abraham is sent to live in a town named Springfield in the year 1837, occupied by mostly vampires. Abraham secures a job as a salesboy in a shop. He encounters a lady called Mary Todd and they introduce themselves. Abraham meets Mary's fiancé, and they have a misunderstanding. Abraham's boss named Josh Speed comes in and breaks the tension. A letter from Henry is given to Abraham with his first target and location. Abraham goes to hunt his first target. He meets the vampire and the monster reveals himself. Abraham attacks, but the vampire traps him in a rope hanging upside down with other dead bodies. Abraham frees himself with a knife in his pocket, killing the vampire in the process. Josh comes to the shop and asks Abraham to dress for a ball. They arrive at the ball and Abraham meets Mary. They both start dancing and talking about what they want in life. Abraham goes for his second hunt at the bank. The vampire turns invisible, making it hard to spot. Abraham, realizing the vault was made up of silver, used it to kill the vampire. He goes after his third target, who is a blacksmith, and uses the heat to kill it. Abraham refuses and goes home, not realizing Jack was watching Mary all along. A black man came to the shop revealing that he is Willie and that he needs Abraham's help. They both go out and are attacked by some men. They fight the attackers but are taken to prison.
Did you enjoy the movie? Want me to make the part 2? 1,000 likes and subscribers will let me know that you like it and encourage me to do a part 2, so don't forget to like, comment and subscribe, and I will see you.